We're going to go over some of our vocabulary first. In lab last week, you learned 2 words. What's one of the words? They both start with R's. Annabelle? Revolving. Okay. Deanna?
Rotation
Yeah. So that is some of our vocab words. So here's our first one. Please stop. Who is that? Memphis?
Memphis and Bowie were just laughing at me.
Okay, enough, guys. Revolution, making a complete turn around another object. Celestial. To change position of an object or its parts.
What is the word saying?
Star.
Star? Yeah.
And as we read, I'm going to ask you to underline, and then we're going to write some other facts in our science notebook. Tiana,
I chose, you're on,
325?
yeah, and 325?
325. 325, yeah.
I should probably stop 225.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever wondered if Earth moves? What causes day or night? And do stars move across the sky? Rotation and revolution. Earth is the planet on which we live on. Here on Earth, every day at sunrise and every day begins at sunrise and ends at sunset. What direction does the sun rise from? The if you go to the beach and you're facing the ocean, what way are you facing? East. And then if you look towards the river, what direction is opposite of east? West. So the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Okay? And we know that because, just think about it, when we go to the beach in the morning time, the sun is coming up over the horizon, and then towards the end of the day, if we look over towards the river, the sun is setting over that way. Sunrise happens each morning when you see the sun come up. Sunset is when the sun goes down at night. We knew that, right? When we talk about the sun coming up and going down, what do you think that means about how our solar system works? What does that mean when the sun is coming up and going down? Do you know? What do you think, Christian?
It means like when the sun's going up, that means it's already become sunrise, and it's beginning to turn into the actual daytime. But when it's like sun down, that means it's turning into nighttime.
Okay, but let's say you lived in
China.
In China, good example, Bentley. Is that same thing happening there?
Well, no, because they have
Shh, one person at a time. Go ahead, Bentley.
the sun, because the sun comes from the east, comes up from the east to us. It'll be like backwards for China, and it'll go up from the west.
Okay.
Because the east, when it gets to east, it's basically their nighttime, and when it gets to west, the sun goes up onto like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Like Australia, they're like 8 hours behind, so our night is basically Australia's
Daytime. Because what's changing though?
because they live across the whole entire across.
Okay. They're on the opposite side of the planet. Annabelle, what did you say? The Earth is spinning. What's another word for spinning? Rotating. So the Earth is rotating around the sun. Okay. Rotation is a term that describes the motion of a spinning object. What's the spinning object we're talking about? Earth. Go ahead, Griff. The sun and each of the planets and its moon in our solar system rotate on its axis. An axis is an imaginary line about which the Earth's planet or moon spins. This imaginary line marks the center of the planet or Earth's moon's rotation. It takes Earth 24 hours, day and night, to make a full rotation of its axis. How many hours do we have in a day? 24. So it takes 20. So when it's a whole day, that means that it's 24 hours that it takes Earth to rotate. Okay? Revolution is a word that describes the motion of one object as it moves around another object. As each planet rotates on its axis at the same time, it's also revolving around the sun. So is the sun moving or are we?
The sun.
We. The Earth is moving. Okay? The sun stays there and the Earth and all its planets move around it. Even though the sun appears to move, so even though it seems like the sun is moving, because Like if we go to the beach the whole day, right? It does seem like the sun's moving, but who's really moving?
Oh,
We are, the Earth.
even though you don't feel it.
Yeah. Earth revolves around the sun in 365 and 25 hundredths days, or 1 full year.
That's a half. That's 1.5.
It's a quarter day. Quarter day.
So it's basically saying
So if there's 24 hours in one day, what's a fourth of that? Or divide that by 4.
6.
Yeah. So it's 365
Oh,
days
6
and 6 hours.
so it'll be 6 o'clock by the time it's a year.
Yep. Here's some cool facts. Did you know that the movement of the sun, the moon, and the stars are all connected? Yes, they are. As Earth, the moon, and the suns move through space, they exert gravitational forces on one another. So that means when the Earth is revolving around the sun, there's gravity force and it holds the moon into it, right? The moon stays with us. It doesn't like float around like a balloon. The force of gravity is affected by 2 variables. 2 variables. The masses of the objects and the distance between them. Okay? Okay. Let's go back to our science notebook. And we're going to write down some facts.
It may also involve density.
Okay, what does that mean, Noah?
Density is how compressed its mass and matter is.
Ooh, like how close the particles are?
And I do know that gravity tends to be represented by kind of paper things.
So again, my friends at home, if you don't have your science notebook, you're just writing this on a piece of paper, okay? And then we'll put it in your science notebook later. Okay, here's some facts. The patterns of the stars in the sky stay the same at your location. That means that if every night you go outside and you look at the sky, you're always going to see the same stars, right?
No.
Yes. You're always going to see pretty much all the same stars. But if you go all the way north to like Ohio, would you see the same stars, Annabelle? No.
But in different
Hold on. Go ahead, Annabelle.
In different months, like the zodiac signs, you'll see that, what's it called, constellation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tomorrow, are we gonna have any mass?
No.
No mass.
Unless we finish.
What did you ask, Christian?
You said, are we gonna have any math?
We probably will tomorrow, yeah. But let's worry about what we're focused on today, okay?